Hi Riz, you better be listening to this, because this game has had a big problem that has plagued itself for so goddamn long. I played this game back in 2014 and the problem was there. And I'm playing it now in 2021 and the problem is still here. And no, I'm not talking about an overpowered champion or an underpowered thing or something like that. I'm talking about something that has genuinely plagued this game for way too goddamn long that I cannot take it any second. So you go into Smite. You got these four main game modes plus some others that I'm not gonna get into. This one's cool. This one's cool. This one's cool. And this one, this arena. God damn it! Like this game mode is so plagued. But there's one thing in particular that I despise. So you go into your gods, right? You go into which god should I go? Chernobog? Fine, let's go to Chernobog. Items, God Builder, right? So you go into your items. You see this item, Transcendence. It's your very basic old stacking item. Almost every game has this item. It's a stacking item, right? You kill minions and you stack. Big goddamn problem. Arena only has one minion wave and everyone wants to take it because that minion wave gives you XP, it gives you gold, and I'm not sure if it's shared. I think XP is shared but gold isn't, and everyone is immediately going for it. You could spam the, if you remember how to do the I'm building stats, right? You could spam this, no one's gonna be listening. You could say I got the item, there is no way to actually pay the item. You can say whatever you want, no one's gonna be listening. And the worst part is that a lot of times you want to combo these stacking items. It's not only with AD champions. Mages also have two stacking items. Both of them are really good together. Champions like, what's her name? Baba Yaga has a way to stack the items otherwise, but she still wants to hit those power spike as early as possible. But she can't do it if everyone is stealing your stacks. Why not just make the obvious change and make it so assists also count? Like, why don't assists count towards stacks? Like, this makes no sense. Sure, stacking items would be way too overpowered, I think. But everyone should be able to just build whatever they want. Your team is not going to give you those stacks. So you're going to end up to the end of the game and you haven't even fully stacked your item, and it's not your fault. Not all champions have a massive wave clear and still want those stacks. The item wasn't meant to be for champions that just have an instant wave clear. Because obviously Arena is in the main game mode. And in there, if you build the item, everyone can just build a stacking item and just go along with their day. Right? Everyone except for the jungler. But that's how the game was designed. I don't get why Arena can't just have a stacking item. Sure, make it slower or whatever, or make another way to stack the item. But this cannot continue. You have to realize, these are different game modes. Riot have realized this with ARAM having different in stacking items. Obviously, I don't think it should be the same thing. But a different game mode should result in different balancing, especially when it comes to items. It's so annoying to just lock in every game. You see 5 mages. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about that, because that's just something else. But a different game mode needs different balancing. Seriously, it's so annoying. Like, sure, right now my main problem is stacking items. You really want that stacking item. Like, if, let's say you're I'm actually just going again. You're an AD champion. You really want that lifesteal. You want those 2 item lifesteals. Sure, you could build that 1 item lifesteal. Where is it? This one, Bloodforge, right? But you want to combo these 2 together, because that gives you the most amount of lifesteal. But you can't. You just can't. Sure, you might be like a Chernobog and you could one-shot the wave. It still takes you a while, and like 90% of the time the mage is still gonna steal that. But usually that mage is also gonna have a stacking item. So now both of you need to stack. Even if, let's say, no one else steals your stacks and just both of you need to stack, you're gonna hit that power spike way, way, way late. I genuinely don't get why the item doesn't just uh count for also count for assists in ARAM, and just ARAM, right? I mean, arena, not ARAM. Different game mode, different balancing, high risk. Seriously, and it doesn't just go for items. Like as I said before, you lock into a game and you usually see 2-3 mages. Like, I get it, mages are more fun, but that's not the only reason. It's because playing any other champion feels like either a bore or an impossible task. Like if you're gonna play an assassin, unless you play like one of the main like 3 assassins basically, or like really broken assassin in an arena specifically, like you're gonna have to put in 120% to just play like a normal champion. And it's just because mages are better. In arena, mages are just better. And I get it, right? The main balancing is not based on arena, but just like ARAM and League of Legends and any other game mode that Riot make, they usually have their own balancing because they realize people want to have fun, and locking in just 5 mages is not fun. It might be dumb, sure, if you're like with four other friends, sure, okay, but like you're not. And this is just dumb that mages are just better because they can poke you out. They got better CC and better everything in arena. Give assassins something. Some assassins are just so impossible to play well that you really have to play so much better than everyone else when you could just lock in a mage and be a ranged assassin. You deal more damage and you do it from the backline, plus you got the CC. Like, it's dumb. I get it. It's balanced around conquest. But seriously, some of these assassins need some love. Like, special balancing for arena. It might be a bit scary and it might take a lot of time to get used to the numbers and stuff. Like, I think Riot are still not hitting the park with these changes in ARAM. But they're trying. That's something. And to my knowledge, Smite is not doing this. Hires are not doing the same thing. And I would love to be able to play some of these other assassins. I love assassins. Assassins are my favorite class. In Smite, I actually love all the classes, to be fair, but like assassins will probably have to be my favorite because it's just, they're more fun. With mages, with assassins, there's a lot more thought process that goes into it. Like with like when I'm playing League of Legends, I don't mind playing a brain dead champion like Malzahar because the game itself is fun. You have, the game itself is fun. In when I'm playing Smite, unless I'm playing Conquest, which I'm usually not, and I don't think a lot of people are playing that much Conquest. I think Arena is their most famous game mode. Then playing a champion that doesn't require too much skill is just not as fun. Obviously, everything requires skills in Smite, almost, which is like one of the reasons I love it so much, because almost everyone requires a skill, but this champions require more skill. In my opinion, assassin just require more skill. Maybe it's just because I don't have the assassin mind. Like, I don't think like an assassin, right? So I have to put like extra effort in, which just makes it a bit more fun for me, at least in Smite. For some reason, it's not the same in League of Legends, and I'm not sure why. But like in Smite, it is. So you can play Pele, right? I've seen a lot of people play good Thanatos and stuff like that. Obviously, you can play shit with Thanatos if you're me. Like, it's still... But you could play like low key. I could probably like go into a game, lock in low key, and probably do well. Just because he has good kit that fits arena. But champions that don't, like Susano, right? Susano doesn't... Susano or Susano? I think it's Susano. Like, doesn't really have the best kit for arena. Which is why you a lot of times have to build like a weird build. And you like go into ability damage and you mess around with that shit. That's usually what I do and it works fine. Tsukiyomi, right? Tsukiyomi is another example. He's overpowered in Conquest, I think. I think he's really good in Conquest. Not enough overpowered, but he's really good in Conquest. But in Arena, he's just bad. His kit does not fit the Arena. Now, sure, they could balance every champion around having good, general design. Like, obviously, there's like the three things you get to hit with assassins. That's damage, isolation potential, and burst. Right? You gotta have that engaged. Tsukiyomi doesn't really have that except for his ult, and it's really hard to just hit one person in arena with his ult and control it well. I think it's a really fun ultimate, but it's so hard to control well if you're playing in arena. Um, Plus, he has no isolation potential. If you see someone isolated, then it's pretty cool. You could just stun them, but the animations are so long, and they could just like cleanse, run out to their team, and you can't do anything. Right? Tsukimi just doesn't fit arena. It doesn't fit team fights in general, right? Which is why a lot of these champions are balanced around. Right? They're balanced around Conquest. In Conquest, you could just gank, assassinate one person, or if he's ganking like duo lane, then he could just like assassinate the ADC, ignore the tank. You could do that in arena if there's just two people, but there's almost never a situation. Right, champions that do actually follow like a good assassin format are usually the assassins that do well in arena. Like I see people playing in arena. I still think these are harder to play than almost any other class. Even if you don't think so, I still think playing like Thanatos is still harder than playing other champions. At least for me, right? At least for me. So that's cool, right? There still are assassins, but what if I like Tsukiyomi? What if I like playing Susanoo? What if I like playing champions that don't really have a good kit based on arena? Then you just kind of tough shit, man. You can't do much. I love for these champions to just get a small compensation buff. With Tsukiyomi, what I usually have to do is either build Hunter, which is incredibly boring build. You just wait for your cooldowns, you hit those ranged attacks, and that's pretty much it. And you deal almost no damage because they nerfed that shit. Or you build like a weird warrior build, but at that point, just play a warrior. It's so annoying, right? How that happens, and I'm actually not sure if they can make Tsukiyomi that good in arena without making him overpowered. But like, sure, if one champion out of like a lot of assassins, just filter through assassins. If one champion throughout like a lot of assassins is just really hard to balance around arena, that's cool, right? But when like almost every one of these either requires a shit ton of skill, or it just has to go for a weird build, right? That's what you have to do. Either shit ton of skill or weird build, which is what you usually see. Like, just a weird build, which is not really the assassin quote-unquote build, right? I just would love for the game to have a bit more flavor, right? That's it. I just want more flavor. But my main problem is it's that stacking. Those items really need to change. Like, really do. In arena. That's pretty much it. You gotta be joking. Did I actually do that? Did I actually just accidentally stop my recording? Or did I not even start recording? Okay, so yeah, the thing I forgot to do, this is the future Oz thing I forgot to do, is offer my fix, a general fix. Obviously you could have individual fixes, but I don't think it will be good for some of these assassins. And if you want to deal with the big problem, instead of going for each individual cockroach, you gotta get an exterminator to kill the nest, right? That makes sense. I remember my dad saying that, like, don't kill individual cockroaches. No, this thing, it takes the killer, right? The the thing that kills them. I have no idea what the word is. and it takes it with them, right? It keeps them alive for a couple of hours so they can take it back to their nest and root the problem out. I was like, wait, that's actually genius. And he's like, yeah, it's something like new that they thought of. That was a long time ago. Anyway, so the same here, right? Don't buff the individual assassin, buff the general assassin approach, right? With some individual specials, not individual, special arena items for assassins. Don't exist anywhere else. Might be a bit broken, but yeah, that's what you have to do. Yeah, they really have to think about what they want to do, because I really can't give my approach to this without being too good at balancing. And even though I know a lot about like League of Legends, and I might be, I don't know about a lot, but like I might be able to offer some of my ideas for League, because I play that game a lot. I play less Smite, so I'm obviously going to be way less good at balancing and understanding the game and mechanics. So obviously, if they want to do something, they're going to have to think about it. I really can't offer too much because I'm just not that familiar with the game when it comes to balancing of it. So that they have to give like a special assassin item, right? Special assassin item in arena that will go a long way, and that's what they have to do.